Hello and welcome to hammackj's Journey, episode 6. Last time we were on Mars Saru, and let's hope we get something new this time that's a little better. We're at level 29, and let's get in the random generator here. Alright, so I did some updates to the random generator. It now has all the way past, I think, Depths of Dark Hollow for zones. Some of the zones are not fully marked yet. My default is outdoor zone because most of the zones are that. So some of the missions are incorrectly marked, but I added a random race and class picker for you for anybody that uses the site. So you can do random class and it'll get you a class like Shadow Knight, you know, whatever, right? You can pick a random race, get ogre, and then reroll here, and you only get what an ogre can be. So, kind of cool. More features to come. I have some stuff I have not deployed yet. I started adding some other stuff, but let's do this. 29. Let's see here. Let's do 35. I don't think we'll get past that, but if we do, you know, we'll pick another zone, I guess. Random zone, Lower Guk. All right. That is fantastic. That is one of my favorite zones, so this will be exciting. All right, so this zone, I've added the hot zone tag, and then I've added some connections to zones. It's just a manual process of me going in and seeing what zones connect to and stuff like that, and whatnot. So there we go. All right, so how do we get to a Lower Guk? Obviously, the zone connection says Upper Guk, but that's not really useful. The easiest way to get there is to go through Grob, and that's what we're gonna do. Let's take a look here at the daily quests. So we do have an Upper Guk quest that we'll do on the way, and then that'd be kind of nice to have. So. If it's a zone that's on the way to the place, we'll do it real quick. It's only kill 5 Gaz warriors. I mean, that can't take but a few moments. So let's go ahead and do this. So I know a lot of people are following along with this series, so you can kind of, I'm not cutting out anything when it comes to travel. I'll leave it all in just so people can know how to get there, because some people are new to the game, and this will kind of be really useful in finding places. I use the zone guide a lot, and you know, just you know, once you go somewhere once or twice, you kind of remember it, right? So once we're in Inithul Swamp, we just turn a little bit to the right and just walk forward. Not too bad. If you have the maps, I have a video on how to get maps. Brewall and Goods maps are the two top contending maps, and they're both pretty much equivalent, but like here, we'll look at the Goods map and this one here. So the Goods map's slightly different, you know, it's got the same stuff, whatnot, but it just depends on what you prefer. And for the most part, like some of the later game maps are a little bit better in the Goods sometimes. It just depends. I don't know. I don't really have a favorite. But all right, so right here is the entrance to Upper Guk. The Guk, the frogs, these are my favorite zones in the game. They are definitely some of the classic nostalgia grabbing, you know, zones, right? These are, you know, you spent months in these zones originally, right? All right, let's invis up so we don't kill anything we don't have to. We're looking for Gaz warriors, so should be able to get these really quick. So we're just gonna walk this. Actually, let's not go this way. Let's go this way. So there's 2 paths you can take here. This way takes you through kind of like a little, I don't know, like a puddle. Like if you're not a gnome, you don't like swim. I don't believe. I think it's only like little small races swim through this, right? But this might get us 2 Gaz warriors quicker. So we're gonna run through these spiders. It's just a little zigzag through here. All right, we got a sentinel, a tuck, a gas shaman, a ton shaman, a gas warrior. So we're gonna kill this guy. He's a a gray. I couldn't think of the color. He's a gray mob, so we don't need to really worry too much about him there. Let me get him dotted up. Last episode we got this new dot, Heat Blood, which is just fantastic for getting extra damage. There's 2 more gas warriors right there. We're gonna pull back a little bit. Let's get this shaman here. Now I believe I have the healer mercenary out, so she's on passive. Let's put her on reactive so she actually does something. I was AFK. I took my dog to the vet, sat down to make a video, and then they called me back to tell me that they actually didn't give me didn't give him the shot. They just cut his nails. I don't know what the hell just happened there. So I had to go back and get him a actual allergy shot. There we go. Is like my mercenary over here like jerking around? I have no idea. These guys are just having some weird pathing here, I guess. They're all grays, so they're not gonna like even be a threat to us. Get one of these, because these gas warriors are kind of really what we want here. And our pet, I did summon a new one. He is like the level 22 pet. I usually just summon him once at the beginning of the episode, and he's, I think, level 16 necromancer pet. So he's about even con to these things here. So it's not too bad. It comes, you know, when it comes down to it, right? Oh my gosh, these things are slightly annoying, I guess, because we are, you know, higher level than them. So they're running. But we don't have enough damage to, like, just straight out kill them. So. Alright, let's make myself main tank and assist. That should give me the little assist circle. I like seeing the targeting circle. It just makes it easier on my eyes. I got an eye appointment next week. I think my LASIK is starting to fail. Alright, those are not what we want, so I'm having some issues seeing at times. There's another one right there. Let's turn this on. This is City of Guk. So we are at 3 of 5. Now this will give us a choice between a belt, a cloak, and shoulders. I'm probably going to take the belt for haste. So we'll get that going as soon as we can. There we go. One more to go. Let's see here. Let's do Vampiric Embrace. It's a Gaz Knight. There's a Gaz Warrior. Alright, perfect. He's already added on to us. Just go ahead and get this guy here. There's 2 of them. Get him dotted up. Now, Guk is going to be, you know, it's not going to be easy. 25, you know, 30 is, you know, probably when you can, you know, first go there, right? But it's going to be a little bit of a slow, you know, burn as we go through there, so. But everything about this series is slow, so kind of par for the course, I suppose. Just surprised all these grays are attacking. Usually the grays don't attack. There we go. We get a simple combat belt here. You can see the other options. Mana preservation, cloak, and a extended enhancement. Shoulders I meant, and the cloak is extended enhancement, and the belt is 14% haste. We're going to take that. Alright, let's get this guy here. Now, you don't automatically equip the belt because it's tunable. Gotta click that little check mark there. Alright, now we're done. We'll invis out of here once we kill these guys. Go. And we got 3.9% experience and 1 platinum for actually completing the daily quest. Right, you can do the daily quest task timers. Apparently I don't have one. I don't have a task timer. You do get a task timer for some of these things. I guess maybe I have to do like the current level one, you know, like I have them all the way up to 75 because these are, you know, personas and stuff. But definitely something interesting there. That I did get a task timer. Alright, one more to kill. And we should be attacking a slight bit faster, right? Like it's not gonna be overwhelming at 14%. You know, but it is a little bit more than nothing, right? Alright, let's invis up. So to get to Lower Guk, you just kind of run down these halls here. Go down this little thing here. Cut around here, and then you're gonna get to this crossroad area here, right? It can go like 4 different ways. Just go this way, drop down here, go up here, and then just keep going down this hallway. You're gonna get attacked by 1,000,000 of these frogs. You're gonna go here, you're gonna see this fire pot with some stuff on the wall. I have no idea what that's, like a bone. Do not enter. But you go through here and you get to a Lower Guk. Now, Lower Guk is one of my favorite zones in the game. Like I have, you know, I've always said, I love killing frog locks. I really wish Daybreak would make a, you know, level 130 expansion, you know, add frog locks to it. I think that would be fantastic. All right, so you can see where the first mob in the zone is yellow. So we're going to kill that. Is there anybody else here? No, no one else here. That's the benefit of playing during the day. There's no one. There's no one in the game. All right, let's get this guy dotted up. Yeah, looks like we're losing Vampiric Embrace. Now, the goal is to get past these live mobs, right? So we're going to have to kill, like, I think 3 more of them, maybe 4. And then we're going to get to dead mobs. Dead mobs do not run. So that is kind of my goal, is to get to them so I don't have to worry about snaring them all. Even though I probably will, I just don't want to have to deal with it, right? Alright, so I guess we have Fine Steel marked as don't loot, which is fine. I don't want to fill my bags with stuff I don't really care about. I am going to switch to the Tank Mercenary for a little bit more DPS. I don't think we're going to need any healing right now. Let's see here, 8 seconds, but I did buy all the spells. So I could have sworn maybe I got a new life tap. I did life draw, so we're going to swap that in. Life draw does 105 hit points for 86 mana, so it's a pretty nice heal when it comes down to it. We also got strength and death, but I don't think the pet's going to be around long enough to care about that. That should be good. Let's go ahead and switch that over. Now, there's going to be 2 right down there, so we're going to pull a snare one with snare pull one. The undead one that was walking by didn't add, which is cool. But those are going to be the goals, is to kill those guys. Next, she is passive for some reason. There we go. Let's get this guy snared. Gulfing Darkness, and there we go. And let's see how this life tap works. Boom. How many hit points do we have right now? We have 2,500 hit points. Jesus. It's crazy. I have nothing but like whatever my mercenary gave me. So, I mean, it's not like we're insanely buffed. I know on Discord, Blarp said his level 1 personas have like 15,000 hit points from all his AAs and stuff without gear. So definitely on the lower end there. All right, looks like we're going to get 2 more, which is fine. I go for the wizards first, right? Now, You can do it however you want, but the wizards, let's see here, or is my, like, the damage I'm taking, I don't know which tab that is. Other melee spells, like, they're going to be doing a ton of damage, whatever it is, and that is going to be the hardest damage for me to mitigate. There we go. We're actually starting to use mana, so that's kind of nice. We might start getting a little bit of skill there. And meditate, because I don't have any meditate skill at all. There we go. And looking pretty good. Let's get a Scream of Hate on there, get a little attack for ourselves. And let's redo Vampiric Embrace. Like, it's 9%, 7% per kill. Looks like we're getting multiples here. These ones are what, even con, blue con, so ideally we're gonna be, you know, staying in here for the hour, right? Ideally this would be the best zone to stay all the way to 45, in all honesty. Let's go ahead and take the Shin Grievers. We'll put those on automatically, but they are going to be a 10 AC upgrade, so it's nice. Let's get him dotted. And fighting the undead is great because we don't have to deal with snaring these mobs. We're going to never loot the next pair because I don't care about those at all. So ideally we want to get to 35. That's kind of my goal for this episode. 35 plus would be fantastic, but I think 35 is going to be the thing. I might I typically do, you know, what, an hour video. If we go a little over that, because I did do the daily quest, I think that'll be fine. All right, we're going to take invisibility undead. Just because of how this trick here works, right? I wish I had more spell slots. Invis. Alright, so we're gonna go down here. Now I don't have swimming, so this gets problematic when your swimming skill is pretty low, right? Because you're in this underwater tunnel, and these mobs up here will see you and attack you beforehand. But if you invis undead here, you can kind of just walk straight to them and pull them at your own leisure. And there we go. Get him dotted up. I'm just gonna dot them all. Getting a lot of skill gains there. Now, this next room is a little tricky right here. There is bats that are live, and then there's undead frogs, and then you can make a mess out of that pool. So, see how this goes. I don't think we're gonna have too big a deal. It should be an AUG. Yeah, it's a 25 mana AUG. Level 40 requirement. All right. Like all the hot zones have an AUG in them that drop and whatnot, so kind of nice to make sure you pick those up. All right, we're gonna pull back a little bit here. Looks like we only got 3, so that's pretty good. Now the bat is live, so make sure you root it, snare it, whatever you got to do. Don't really want him to run because it can be problematic. Is he like immune? No, he's resisting. All right, I was gonna say. Yeah, I remember snaring these things. There we go. All right, that one's dotted. Let's go and switch to this one. There we go. Perfect. There we go. All right, so we got those ones. Now there should be what, 2 more bats in here. Perfect. I don't know. I feel like I make it sound like it's harder than it is, but then it just happens to work the way I exactly want it to. So that's your mileage will vary. I'm gonna just say that right now. Your mileage will 100% vary in how this all works out for you. Now the tank merc is, you know, pretty strong, and she will help a lot. We did hit 30 at some point, and I don't think I said anything, but it looks like her weapons changed. Now this pull here is always problematic for me on TLPs. These ice bones, I'm just gonna pull them all. There's a lot of them, and we're just gonna sit here and whack them all down. I'm gonna try to dot them. I think we can handle it. If not, we'll run back. Well, yeah, I didn't rememorize feign death, so. All right, I'm gonna start life tapping this. That's not what I wanted, but that'll work. Now the life taps, obviously not doing a whole lot there, but and we'll sell all that to a vendor. Come on now. There's 31. I'm going to use pretty much all my mana healing myself with life taps, just to get through this pull. There we go. Pretty good. I mean, all things considered, we did pretty well here. And our pet is still alive somewhere. I don't know where he's at. There he is, right down there. I realized I got tiny companion, so I shrunk him. So I wouldn't have to like deal with him. What do we get here? Ornate plate defiant arms. Oh my gosh. Lovely. Oh yeah. Got a little green. Oof. That is a lovely item. I don't know which one we dropped that from, but definitely nice. All right, I'm gonna take this fine steel rapier. That's all we got. We're gonna give that to the pet because he needs some weapons because he's a big boy. All right, let's loot those. I mean, do spells here real quick since we need a little mana. We got a new pet, so that's kind of nice. I'll summon that one I get when he dies. All right, disease cloud. Now after these two, I'm gonna med for a moment because around the corner right here at the ritualist, right? So this is the bridge. There is 3 wizards. Now I'm gonna need as much life tapping magic as I can possibly put out to take them down as quickly as possible. 3 wizards. If the ritualist is up, he is a necromancer and he does a fear and other stuff, and I don't know what the mercenary will do during all that. All right, so I'm gonna med up for to just get some mana. Once we get out of combat, it'll be quick, so just be a second. All right, we are now almost full mana, but I found the tab. It was this one way over here. So those wizards were hitting for like 139. That's kind of why I'm a little worried about them. So we're gonna kind of sneak up here. The ritualist is up, so he is a named mob. That guy has a defiant scepter. So I think we're gonna get a 3 pull here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cheese this with making the mercenary the main tank. I'm gonna make myself the main assist. Main tank mercenary means she will taunt everything she possibly can. So I'm gonna go right here. I'm gonna tag the ritualist or whatever that guy is. I'm gonna tag him. I'm gonna stand out of line of sight. They can still hit me. Obviously, I just got hit with heat blood and I'm rooted. But there, my pet's dead. There There we go. No longer rooted. Which one's the ritualist? This one right here. We're gonna kill it as soon as possible. I'm just gonna nuke it with life taps until it is gone. Because he is gonna be the biggest threat in this pack. There we go, and we got an embroidered black cape right there. We can't even use it, so it doesn't really matter. Next, we're gonna go with this towel wizard that the mercenary's already on. There we go, and then we'll get the other towel wizard here. Go and get that one heat-blooded. And Scream of Hate. And then we have a WAN right here. He's going to give us a Defiant Scepter, which I believe is not going to be usable by us. So it's not that great, but it'll sell to a vendor for like a platinum. So that's a benefit right there. Oh, we got a rough Defiant Shield and level 32. Very nice. Let's take that fine steel off him. Let's see here. We got the rough Defiant Scepter, which is the priest weapon. So it's pretty good. But we got a shield, which is the priest shield. Joys. I was excited there for like 2 moments. All right, so we get this Zol here. He's red, so this is gonna be a little bit harder on a mob. But it's all relative, right? Like these mobs are from the very first expansion, so the hardness factor on these things is a little down on the ranking, if you will, compared to some of the other stuff. Now, calendar. Today is what, the 25th? So Hardcore Heritage is still going on, so we can't go to some of these other zones yet, which would be kind of nice to do. That's going to be until, what, Wednesday? So Thursday? Jeez. There's going to be 3 mobs in here, 2 names possibly, and a bunch of Zols. So luckily we got no names, so 15% for a red. That is beautiful. That one dotted. Come on. Get this one dotted. So we are currently 32. If we look at spells, we might have got a new spear. No, that's 34, so nothing really, nothing too fancy yet. I'm gonna start life tapping to get some mana back. There we go. I'm not mana back. To get health back. Let's see here. We're hitting for what, 67, 40s, 84. So our damage is starting to increase as we get up here. We got some, you know, new arms, a new belt. I feel like we're doing pretty good right now. Come on. Now we are rooted, so I can't like really move around too much right now. Can I move this one to the chat window? There we go. And then can I change the chat font size? It's from to 4. There we go. All right. I like seeing the experience, and I don't know, the UI in this game is just not really friendly to showing the data the way I want, right? I would like all the combat stuff put in like its own little window. Like some of the like in World of Warcraft, the parsers do. So you kind of see it all better. There we go. But at this lower level, you know, things are definitely... What? This is mercenary just like standing around doing nothing. Like, she is so useless. Here, let's mark myself main tank again. Totally useless. Like, I don't know what to say there. Alright. Perfect. So we can now move on. That's some placeholders cleared. Like, if we take a look at the achievement for this zone, right? Hunter. I'm probably close to being done here. Oh, no, I'm not even close. Jeez. You can see there's a specific live site I haven't gone to, so. All right, let's grab this guy. Probably should have got a little mana, I guess. I didn't expect 3 down here, though. On the hero's journey, there's only 1 on this floor for some reason. So definitely a difference there I've noticed. There we go. Is she even thwacking? She just schlacking right there. What is she? Is she like rooted or something? Oh, she swinged. Swung. Swapped. Vampiric Embrace. $79. Alright, I'm gonna have to med after this one again. Alright, so I'm gonna med up for a few moments while we do that. Alright, I was sitting here and I got attacked while medding. This one's gonna ding us to 33, so I figured I might as well have it all active right now. There we go. And 33. Looks like we got an ornate AUG, so that'll be nice to put in something when we can. What, 26? That's a 5 AC for some resist, so that's pretty nice. Let's put that in the arms. There we go, nice. Alright, so I'm gonna continue medding. Alright, let's move on. So we should be able to go down a floor. So right over here is, what, 3? There should be 4 mobs in here. Alright, we're gonna grab these. Now this wizard is the one I'm gonna go after first. As soon as I can get control of myself. There we go. And then right here, you can kind of see spell hits. He's hitting me for, you know, 157. There's also Dungeon Rot Infected, which is another quest you can do from the guys in Plane of Knowledge. It's like a multi-zone, hot zone kind of thing. Now, I've never done it. It's a lot of items to collect. Now, you don't have to keep them all. It's a task, so you can turn them in as you get them, but I've never even completed it, so it's just not worth. I don't think it's worth it, but I don't even know the reward. It's just overly tedious for my effort that I do. I can't move. There we go. Jeez. There's another one. They're fairly common, these rot ones. They drop also the augmentation too. So, oh, it's a pretty nice 140 level 40 requirement. So you can get a few augs from these zones. So it's pretty nice. go. Now we're going to go down one more floor to what is like the executioner camp down here. And kind of make our way through there. There's some more dungeon rot. Alright, we'll leave that on the corpse. Go down here. There's a corpse in the wall. There's a wizard. Let's get him. Now the cool thing about the wizards is they have less hit points, but they do hit for, you know, massive amounts of damage. There we go, 62%, pretty good. Now, so we're at 33. The options for, like, say, we're probably our next random range is going to be 35 to 45. So the options are going to be kind of diminished due to the fact that I can't go to certain zones until after the thing, hardcore heritage. So that we might have to allow double zones. I'm just not 100% sure how many zones I have in this next bracket. Maybe that's a nice little query I can do to print out a list of zones by level. I need to get all this stuff into a database right now. I'm just making it easier on myself to edit by having them all in JSON, but I need to get it into the database so that it's a little bit more exciting. All right. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And I have more plans. So like the website you see on this thing right here, like this is just a dev website. Like this is some temporary you know, stuff just so I can easily use the API that is the back end of it. There's a scribe. All right, let's get the scribe first. And I do plan on putting a real UI on it with some more stuff for leveling. Because I feel like it is going to have, you know, probably be in a lot of my videos. I plan on using it a lot. All right, that one's gone. Let's get these wizards first. I'm rooted. I don't want that. They're hidden for like 150 each, so they hit pretty hard. And if we look at healing, I'm healing myself for 100 every time they hit me for 150. So I'm not winning the battle, but I'm kind of getting closer to trying to get a little bit of our health back. There we go. Gosh, being rooted sucks, I'll tell you that. And there we go. Let's get this guy. We don't want that stuff. Okay. Vampiric Embrace is hitting for 46 now. It's like every time we swing, we have a chance to proc that. So that's a nice little extra stuff there. We can't even loot that because it's lore. And we'll loot that. All right. Kind of low on mana. I feel like we can do a one or two more before we met up. This guy shouldn't require. There's two of them here. This one shouldn't require a lot of healing, so we should be fine. pretty good into the level, right? We're already what? We're getting like 11% on some of these, so 38% into 34. Ornate Defiant Cloth Sandals. Unfortunate, no use for us. Now, it means we get Dark Temptation, which will give us attack rating. It's a buff. Shroud of Hate. That's another attack debuff. Yeah, we don't get any of the good life tapping stuff yet, so. Maybe in the next, level set. There we go, and I'm gonna, I don't even need to do anything else to him. He's toast. All right, I'm gonna sit right here. I'm gonna med up for just a moment, and we'll kill the next. All right, next batch here. We have 3 more. There's a name that spawns here, but he's not up, so don't have to worry about him. Go. I did switch out some spells and whatnot. So, let's see here. Spell. Where did I put it? There's spell hit. There it is. Spell damage. All right. Yeah. Spear of Disease does 263 damage. So that's pretty nice. I feel like I'm holding aggro pretty well off this mercenary, in all honesty. And she's not marked as tank, so we won't be using the tank one in any of the raids, but we'll use the healer one for sure. It's just more or less to make leveling less of a chore. Because we could literally do this without the mercenary. It just speeds it up for video purposes, in all honesty. All right, let's go here. A few more. All right, I'm gonna dot each one of these up and then just kill whatever's the lowest. Go. Oh my gosh. The stuns are so... I'm going to complain about it until 75. I guarantee it. Try to get some healing now. These ones are actually hitting pretty hard. It might be, it might be time. Ooh, 35. Nice. Gain the ability to use hide. What? I think that's a Shadow Knight thing. It's crazy. It might be time that we pop out the healer mercenary. I'm not 100% sure yet. I might be able to keep going with this, but 35 is nice. I'm just like perma stunned. Ah, there's another one. I'm rooted and I'm stunned and I've lost all my buffs. Let's get this one on. And just keep life tapping here. Looks like almost every other swing we're getting a Vampiric Embrace, which is really nice. That's like a lot of extra healing. Alright, those are taken care of. Let's go in here. So there's going to be 2 right here. Looks like we're almost ready to med again. go. I was hoping, like, I kind of want to go as far as I can, like go to the frenzy. So I might make this a longer video. I got this one scheduled for, looks to be Sunday, so a little bit longer of a video. Gonna be on Sunday, episode 6. This is my favorite zone, so I might as well spend a little bit longer here if I can. Code. Oh, jeez. And he rooted me. Joy. I'll just sit. I'll get me something to kill. There we go. Perfect. I'm out of mana, but it should work out just fine. Yeah, I can't see the wizard, which it says the wizard is on me and this is on her. Or no, this one's on me and that one's on her. Never mind, I'm totally losing it. Just kind of get a little mana pack here while we get some health. There we go, perfect. What are we hitting for now? 86 still. I mean, we got really lucky with this trident. I would, you know, it would be fantastic to get a ornate two-hander. That would be cool. I mean, we have one in our pack. Cloth, yeah. Let's see here. Is this Froglock Eye? I think we already have it. We'll loot that. All right. And Engulfing Darkness. Alright, well, I'm rooted for a minute. I'm gonna met up and we'll work towards the frenzy. Alright, I switched back to the healer mercenary and I kind of want to cover something real quick. This right here is called Safe Hall. So if you don't know that, this is the this is pretty safe. You can literally stand here, nothing should path to attack you. That's the whole concept there. But I switched to the healer one. I feel like what the fuck? I feel like this guy's not supposed to be here. The that'll kind of be a little bit cooler for this part. We're gonna fight towards the frenzy, and I feel like I'm already tanking effort anyway, and might as well just kind of go into this style now instead of waiting. Oh, I'm stunned. Jeez, this thing is a terrible monster. Eat blood. Oh my god, am I not gonna get it off? Oh my god. There we go. Knife draw. Go ahead and get this guy dotted up. I'm stunned, so I can't do anything because this stupid mob. Oh my god, he stunned me again. Let's kill this basilisk real quick before it causes more issues. Alright, now Scream of Hate. Already got that on there. Blood. Engulfing Darkness, right? I'm rooted. Can't get a better camera angle. There we go. And looks to be pretty good. Oh, I believe we got like Ward Undead. That might be worth pulling out for here. Just for nuking undead. It's, you know, we gotta get that skill up anyway, might as well start working on it now. Oh gosh. There's one, 9% per, what are we at right now? 84% into 35, not bad. I think what we'll do is we'll go to the frenzy, and that's where this episode will end. It'll go like 2 hours if I go all the way to the Lord, and he's gonna kill us anyway. We're not gonna be able to kill him without at least getting level 40. So, what we'll do is, you know, the next time we random, depending on what we get, maybe we'll do this zone again, just in case, like, there's no other alternatives that we can go to, right? I'm not 100% sure all the levels in this range, and with the hardcore heritage going on, it's you know, a little dicey to figure out where we can go. Alternative, like I can't think of any places we can go besides Lower Guk at this point. Because Sibyllus is taking over, and Soul B is taking over. There might be like another zone here or there that, you know, be nice to try a different zone than what I normally do. Which is kind of like what we've been doing this whole series. So, I don't want to say I won't come back here, but it might be an option if there's no other options until after July 2nd. And hopefully by the time July 2nd rolls around, I'm already like 50 and fighting Nagafin. Because I truly don't want to take that long. There we go, and we're getting the extended buffs next. That is the next daily quest item we're gonna get. If we take a look at what's the next daily quest, right? 30 is Blightfire Moors. Probably won't get that zone. 35 is Great Divide. 40, we might get Mons Latalis, which is a pretty easy little daily quest. So that could be an option too. That would be in the next range. So there is at least one zone. There's level 36. Fantastic. Not dropping enough ornate though. Let's see here. Disease Cloud. Golfing Darkness. I'm just putting stuff on here to get them down, you know what I mean? And plus it's getting all our skills up, which is invaluable. If we take a look at like the skills, right, and sort by level, like I already have all the trade skills maxed out, and the everything else is pretty close. There's not gonna be anything down here like Bind Wound, who cares? Remove Trap, who cares? Hide, who cares? Disarm, who cares? Alcohol Tolerance will have to get up. Bash will have to get up. Alarian will have to get up. But everything else should be good there. Alright, we're rooted. She's gonna rebuff us, which is kind of nice, in all honesty. So we're just gonna go through here, get up into the frenzy. That's 3 mobs plus I think 4 here, plus I think a roamer here. That's what, 20 mobs. I don't even know how many we're gonna get. By the time we get there, there's gonna be 2. There's only 2 in this room. There's the 3rd. I thought there was 4 in here, but maybe they're roamers. There's another one. Come on, get on there. Life draw. Alright, everybody's dotted up. Let's get disease cloud. There's another one. Alright, I'm gonna kill the core wizard because he's gonna be a pain in the rump. Of course he rooted me. Come on. Trying to get like anything on him, right? That is like my goal, is to land a single spell on this guy. Jeez. It's just because I'm getting stunned non-stop by these guys. Now that just got resisted. Yeah, this core guy is really high level. Like 43. We're 36, he's 43, so there's, you know, pretty good gap there. Come on. Yeah, that's all my mana. 10% experience though, not bad. Go ahead and get disease cloud on all these guys. And just beat them down. I think that's really what we got to do. So there should be three more mobs up in there, and that's about it for this. Now we could go down to the sentinel and stuff, but starting to, like, I'm having this weird issue where my tongue starts to swell up, and I gotta go take like a like an Dayquil or a I take a Zyrtec every day, but it's just causing me issues where I can't talk, and then it goes away. It's very weird. Go, and 8% for that guy. Let's get this one. He's a lower level, or lower hit points. It's 46. So, not a bad run for this. What did we start? 29 to 36. That's not bad. I don't think we're gonna get to 37 this episode, but not a bad run. In all honesty, I really got us some good ground. And then, so we're gonna level to 50. At 50, I will then, you know, whatever we're wearing, we're gonna go try Nagafin. I'm not gonna farm anything. I'm not gonna do anything extra. I don't think we can do it. Even, well, if I twinked him out with, like, you know, 15k base hit points and then full Velius raid gear, I could probably kill Nagafin at 50. I could probably kill him whenever I could spawn the instance, honestly. But I don't think with our current gear set we're going to. So I'm probably gonna let the Vox Nagy get punted to 55 and then try again. I think by then we'll, you know, be a lot easier, and I'll be able to level lock easier too, right? There's no way to level lock at 50. You can only level lock at 51 by turning on AA experience. So we'll see how it goes. Once we kill them, we'll buy like a raid weapon, right? Like if we go to the bazaar, like see here, it's like 200 slashing. Where is it here? Like max level, say 50. Find items, and then like this ancient flame bridge is a raid weapon. I'm totally losing my mind here. By ratio here, twisted bastard sword. Axe of Destruction, you know, those are raid weapons, so definitely look, you know, whatever the best ratio is and pick up something like that. You know, whatever else we're missing, maybe pick up, if we get 2 kills, you know, take a look at these things, right? What's that? Lance of Thunder, you know, so just there's options, stuff like that. We'll figure it out. So let's take a look at what we got here. We got a Frenzied. All right, so we got a named. We'll go get some mana and we'll make an attempt. All right, let's get that Frenzy. So this is gonna be a fight. Let's get Vampiric Embrace back on. All right, we already lost aggro. She's trying to bring it back to me. Oh my gosh. But the roots are so stupid. It's not fun at all. Can I land Scream of Hate? Oh yeah, right. Smashing. So we're hitting for 87 on this guy, so that's pretty good. Draw. Come on. All right. I mean, it's just the battle of attrition, and I have a healer and he doesn't. So, and she's off tanking 2 of them and taking 0 damage. So it's kind of crazy. I honestly want the ring, in all honesty, is what I want. So he drops a ring and a haste belt. I don't really care about the haste belt that much. We got the haste belt. Yeah, I think I need that. I already have it. Never mind. All right. This character is also a mage, and that is for the mage epics. All right. Well, we got the haste belt, 21% haste, but not really much I can do for that. We got Hero's Forge. To keep that for now. There we go. Get this guy like debuffed and dotted up. So try to switch the other guy here. I can't cast anything. There we go. And one more. Probably safe to redo a Vampiric Embrace. Now, I think the majority of our damage is coming from our Fire Dot right now. I don't think we got any upgrades to that yet. So it's going to be something we want to keep on all the mobs at all the time. Obviously, it's not going to work on the raid mob, Nagafin, when we get to him, but it will work on Vox. So. There we go. It's working pretty well. I blew all my mana healing, life tapping. Didn't probably need to, but it's, you know, it's not like I'm healing to heal. I'm healing to do damage, so it works out. Come on. All right, one down. And one more to go. Oh! Oh! Okay, we are so close to level. Oh, we got the level 2. Perfect. All right, so there we go. That is 37. So 29 to 37. That is probably our biggest biggest jump in levels in any of these videos yet. So that's pretty good. See here, let's get the thumbnail. So we've conquered the frenzy. Now we could move to the Lord, but we're already at 1 hour and 20 minutes plus whatever time I need to cut out for getting mana. So you know, I think we've kind of gotten a good run here. I think in the next episode we'll get another random zone. If we run out of random zones, we will allow duplicates in this bracket until we get into until we get out of this bracket. But definitely having fun. Definitely, you know, got some good upgrades. We got new shoulders, we got new AUG, we got some crappy pants, but we got pants. We got a haste belt, and what else? And yeah, so definitely doing well. But thank you very much for watching, and please have a fantastic day.